Before we begin, a quick announcement to let you guys know that we have channel memberships. If you're interested, please see the link in the description for more details. Now, on to our story. You're born in a border town south of Pingyao. Congratulations! You're the fourth daughter of the average Ming Dynasty family. Like most of the other men in your town, your father is a tenant farmer. This means he farms land he doesn't own and pays an arm and a leg every harvest season for renting it. Your mother weaves cloth, but she and your older sisters help with the harvest. And you chase chickens, collect eggs, and steal radishes from your neighbor's garden. Life is hard, but it's not unhappy. Numerous harvest seasons pass, and you turn 10. You're at the Liu family's house, playing with their older children. Hide and seek in the courtyard, laughter echoing off the walls. Then Auntie Liu screams. She's heavily pregnant. You always joke that the baby is going to be as big as you when it is born. But now isn't the time for jokes. You hear someone say her water is broken, that the baby's coming early, 2 weeks early. Her husband runs for the village midwife, but the midwife is 3 miles away at another birth. The older kids panic. You don't know why, but you stay. Auntie Liu is on the floor, gripping the bed frame, eyes wide with pain. You saw your mother deliver your youngest sister 2 years ago. You remember, she stood, supported under the arms. You're still a child, so you're not strong enough to hold her, but you can fetch boiled water. You can find clean cloth. You can talk to her and keep her calm. When the midwife finally arrives, the baby's head is already visible. The midwife looks at you and says, "You did well." She takes over, and soon, a baby's cry fills the compound. And you weren't wrong about the baby's size. From that day, the midwife takes you as her apprentice. Unpaid at first, then stipends as you start helping. You sleep on her floor. You carry her bag. You watch her work. You learn how to turn breech babies, babies that are turned feet first, how to cut the cord, what normal blood looks like versus dangerous hemorrhage, when to press, and when to wait. The village respects the midwife, but you hear the whispers. 3 aunties and 6 grannies, a phrase that drips with contempt. It means undesirable females. Although the town needs the midwives, they still don't trust female healers. They believe midwives are promiscuous and spread rumors, but you don't mind and go back to learning. Years pass and you turn 14. A few months after your birthday, an imperial edict arrives. The Forbidden City is recruiting midwives. Criteria: unmarried, steady hands, no criminal family background, proven experience. The village midwife puts your name forward. She tells you that you're skilled and that this could save your family. Your father also advises you to go. He needs the silver stipend they're offering. You don't want to go, but you have no choice. Months later, you're loaded onto a cart with 5 other girls, and so you leave your village for the first time. You arrive at the Forbidden City gates. The walls are higher than anything you've ever seen. You're separated from the other recruits, led down corridors that smell like sandalwood and stone. A senior palace maid brings you to an examination chamber. No introductions, no explanations, just begin. The test has 3 parts. Part 1 requires you to demonstrate turning a breech baby. They hand you a wooden model, a carved torso with a wooden infant inside, positioned wrong. You've done this before. Your hands remember. You turn the baby. Click. It shifts into position. The examiner nods. Part 2 requires you to identify virginity markers on an examination doll. They hand you a porcelain figure, anatomically detailed. You point to the hymen, describe its appearance, and explain how to verify without causing damage. Your voice is steady. Your hands don't shake. Part 3 requires you to perform an autopsy examination on a female corpse. She's real. Recent death. Cause unknown. You examine her. No visible wounds, no bruising, but her lips are blue, her tongue swollen. You say, poisoning or suffocation. They write something down, then send you to temporary quarters. 2 days later, You pass. 2 other girls don't. They're sent to the laundry bureau. You, on the other hand, are told your duties. You're to attend imperial births, verify the virginity of concubine candidates, examine female corpses in criminal cases, select wet nurses, guard female prisoners when needed. There are also rules. You cannot leave palace grounds. You cannot marry. You cannot own personal belongings beyond what's assigned. You cannot refuse an assignment. And you serve for life. Which means you will never see your parents again. The only way they'll know how you're doing is from the stipends the Forbidden City might or might not send them. A senior midwife, 50s, gaunt, been here 30 years, pulls you aside. She says your techniques are familiar. She asks who your teacher was. You say her name. Turns out she's your teacher's sister disciple. She gives you advice before she leaves. Keep your head down. Never gossip. If a baby dies, pray it's not during your shift. After the encounter, you're assigned quarters. You're taken to a shared room. You share with 8 other palace women. Thin mat. No windows. You lie down that first night and realize you're not a midwife anymore. Now, you're property. Your days blur into routine. Virginity examinations for the thousands of girls screened every year for concubine selection. You examine breasts, armpits for body odor, private parts, hemorrhoids, and hymens. Senior palace maids watch. You're never trusted alone. Make one mistake of declaring a non-virgin as a virgin, and it's your head. You learn to work in silence, hands steady, face blank. The girls cry as you poke. You don't speak. And then there's your main job, attending to deliveries. You help the birthing mothers to stay in a vertical position.